Neely, thank you. Antoine. I'm gonna start the live on TikTok. You have a fun birthday night? Yeah. Hey, Starscream. Okay. I don't know. Hey, Arflu. Hey, Abby. Hey, King Joker. He'll be. Grammar. All right. Live on TikTok right now. Hey, Neely. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. What are you doing today on live? Oh, we might do a little bit of wrap up. I'm gonna clean out all my tabs. We can maybe finish the policy platform that we worked on yesterday, but other than that, I don't know. Hey Sid, hey Millie, Neely, hey Moxie. Welcome in, welcome in. What do y'all think about this? Clutch likes it. Yeah, I don't know if it's cycling through everything or just like a select few. Think about it. Think about what? What I'm doing now? A 10-day break. Is that what it comes out to? We're shooting for like 2 weeks. A little blurry, but that might be my eyes. Let me go to my phone and see what it looks like on my backup. No, we're going to miss you. I'm gonna miss y'all too. I'll still go live. I don't know about the same schedule, but I'll still go live, but we'll just be doing other things, I guess. Hey, Abby. It's not really blurry on my screen. It is small. Why is there a break? Just curious. You good? I just want my brain to start braining again. Made French toast in a waffle maker and it was great. Also, wombats have shaped feces. Stormy Daniels meat wallet. Okay, well there's a lot to process about that comment and that comment's name. This days, those are hours. We're gonna do.
Hi, chat.
I'll make sure you're following my backup just in case I get banned.
I read this as days.
Strongly considering getting banned for 239
Let's
hours.
GOO, no politica.
What should we do to get banned for exactly 239 hours?
OMG, yes. Let's get a 2-week ban.
Oh, you want to just watch Dogma?
Talk negatively about President Taco. I am not downloading M. Yes.
2-week break from debates. Yeah. I need my faculties to start reorienting themselves. Honestly, I'm considering it. Hold on. Here. Like, what are they gonna do? Ban me?
Play AI videos of Pete Haggerty chugging whiskey bottles without end.
Pete
Dan.
Haggerty.
Hey, Seth. Well, chat, we're all watching One Piece.
Oh, heck, Seth.
They'll end alive. Hi.
Any chance for it to grow?
Texith lol autocorrect.
What, you want me to stay away from for longer? I can be convinced. Okay. Here.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do some tab
I
cleanups
haven't
real
seen
quick.
Pickles for a bit. Is he on a break too?
Pickles. I don't know if he's
Send
on
your
like an
heart meat.
official break, but okay, we're gonna do a tab cleanup. Dan wins Mario streams. Honestly,
I just beat the Lego Loader game.
maybe this week. Okay, so this is the ice budget compared to the other countries. I'm putting this in sources. I don't know if it's already there, but I'm putting it in sources. I'm gonna X out.
Toppy chat.
Oh, I did put it
Everything's
in.
computer.
Like Blue Heart Niece, did you do all the side missions?
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, as a reminder, everybody, June was the June was a record-breaking
Kill him,
month.
that's what I am doing now, lol.
June was a record-breaking month for Russian drone strikes in Ukraine. We don't talk about Ukraine a lot nowadays. James, thank you for the VR goggles. I'm gonna be putting this in the sources as well. Definitely gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do some consolidation in the Discord. We don't need before election sources and post election sources. World news and news. I'm not sure if they should be separate. I don't know. We'll see. Take a look. Okay. Congress passed no tax on tips. Trump's big beautiful bill. Here's how it works. We read this article, but if not, dump it in sources. Done.
Republicans are spreading lies about Medicaid work requirements. Here are the facts. 64% of adults on Medicaid already work. 64%. Many recipients work in jobs that don't typically offer health insurance and pay little, which makes Medicaid vital. These people aren't freeloaders mooching off the system, as Republicans claim. They're barely scraping by. And those on Medicaid who aren't working have a reason. 12% of recipients are primary caregivers. 10% have an illness or disability. And 7% are attending school. Despite these facts, Republicans are using their new budget bill to implement the first ever federal work requirement for Medicaid. But this has already been tried in the states, and it wasn't pretty. When Arkansas enacted work requirements, there was no significant change in employment rates because, again, Medicaid recipients already have high rates of employment to begin with. What do work requirements actually do? They kick eligible people off their health coverage due to burdensome and confusing reporting requirements. In Arkansas, more than 18,000 people lost coverage, primarily because of the hoops they had to jump through. If Republicans really wanted to put people to work, they would make it easier to access Medicaid, not harder. After Ohio expanded Medicaid, enrollees had an easier time finding and holding down a job. Healthcare access means people can manage chronic conditions, afford medications, or receive mental health treatment, all of which helps people keep their jobs. But Republicans don't care. The work requirements in their big, beautiful budget bill aren't really meant to put people to work. They're a shady way of kicking people off Medicaid to fund tax cuts predominantly for the wealthy. So the next time you hear Republicans spouting lies about Medicaid, know what they're really up to.
Yeah, I don't know what Dustin. I don't know what you mean by in different depths. I'm just kidding by that. Okay, so that's done. This is the Dogma movie that everyone was telling me to watch. Maybe we could just watch that on live. Republicans are cutting Medicare, not only Medicaid. I made a video about this. I don't know that I need this anymore, but I'll go ahead and throw it in the sources. This is the Pago letter. What is this? Trump's big bullshit will affect you. The ITEP analysis, that in sources. Take a look at this. Okay. 5 ways Trump's mega bill will limit health care access. Did we read this? 40 states and Washington, D.C., all of which have expanded Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act. Some Medicaid enrollees will have to regularly file paperwork proving that they are working, volunteering, or attending school at least 80 hours a month, or that they qualify for an exemption, such as caring for a young child. The new requirement will start as early as January 2027, right after the 2026 midterm. This requirement does not apply to people in the 10 largely GOP-led states that have not expanded Medicaid to non-disabled adults. Interesting that. That's for migrants. No, Tommy gun, that's for everybody. Rule applies to everybody. Y'all see Laura Loomis tweet 65 million? Yeah. Absolutely disgusting. Health researchers say the policy will have little impact on employment. Most working age Medicaid enrollees who don't receive disability benefits already work or are looking for work. Yeah, Robert Reich just talked about that in the video we just watched. Less cash means less care in rural communities. ACA coverage will become harder to get. All right, I'm just putting this in sources. Okay. Project 2025 tracker. We already know this is sources. Thank you for the harmonies. Bill. Thought he signed it. I guess late a little bit. Okay. This is the famous quote from Lyndon B. Johnson. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored person, or sorry, than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you. This is happening right now. Anyone that voted because of illegal immigration, this quote is talking about. Period. Okay, Brandolini's law, we all know. 5 seconds to spread a lie online, takes hours to debunk it. This was the platform from yesterday that we were working on. It's not racist to want illegal immigrants deported. I didn't even use the word racist. That's interesting that's so interesting that you brought up the word racist. I didn't use the word racist. I voted for Trump and I want my vote back. Well, I appreciate that that you've seen the light, Randy. I don't know if y'all want to finish these. We can. Conservatives always telling on themselves. Was fun. Did we add humbling Sarah Huckabee Sanders on an annual basis? No, we didn't. Okay, but how do we humble her? Sarah Huckabee Sanders must be. What was your plan today? I didn't have one. Turn on Angela to help. Okay. God already humbled.
She's humbled by the karma police. LMAO. Dan Dog walked all the MAGA. They were to weaken his brilliance. At Snippety Schopenhauer, yes. Cage match. Welcome, I am unofficial Dean Raiders.
How about that? Parker and Dean raid? What? Unofficial Dean raid?
I
Oh,
can
they
deal
just
with
ended.
that.
All right, well, welcome in
Liam raid.
unofficial Parker and
Parker and
Deaners.
Dean raid.
Welcome in,
Welcome in
welcome in.
Dean and Parker raid. Light blue heart.
How come she only read the light blue heart? Weird. Okay. Hold on. I think
Liam
I
and
still
Rich Poor raid.
have the.
Welcome RADIERS.
Yeah,
You guys always choose non-political lives to raid.
literally.
Did anyone celebrate EV Day on Pokemon Go today, lol? Light blue heart. Angela doesn't like darker emojis. Angela is working through some internalized heart racism.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, yeah, we can finish this up. What did we miss, chat?
Republican is the new R word.
The new R word. We did healthcare. We did. Did we finish immigration?
I miss a Democrat in office. They're also the old one. Woo W heart me's. OMG, just noticed the gift scroller, how helpful.
Yeah, it was a new feature on the Angela website. Thank you for the heart me's, everybody. Okay. Yeah, let's polish this up so we can get that campaign up and running for 2028.
Did we talk about making it illegal to intentionally misgender? FEMA funding and improving the organization? You said last night we needed more immigration policies.
Yeah, okay.
And drug law reform.
And drug law reform? Oh.
Oh Dan, how was your dinner last night?
It was good. It was okay, hold on.
I know Annie had some ideas on that. Mandatory minimums gotta
I'm
go.
gonna turn Angela off for a second. So like the crab was good, but I guess I should have known that the pad thai from a place that has crab boils is probably not the move. So it was actually the worst pad thai I've ever had in my life. It was still good because pad thai is good, but it did not hit the spot. The crab boil though was really good. No more one-ply toilet paper in public bathrooms. Now we're talking. Reparations. Yeah. Oh, there was something. It was reparations, and we're also gonna do something for indigenous people too. Hold on. Okay, let's work on that. Let me put chat in pop-up mode so I don't have to tab out and tab back in. Should I use this instead? More concise. Okay.
Should at least get the acres of land they were promised, TBH.
Yes. Okay.
Land back. Hi, I am new here.
Hey, Cloudy.
Can we discuss abolishing book banning as a concept? At Randy Castillo, he also called most immigrants criminals. Can we get back Turtle Island as the official name? Return stolen treaty land.
How much land is that, Falcon? Sorry, guys, for voting for Trump. Randy, I will accept your apology.
Pirating games,
if you can
movies that aren't
convince
sold
more
anymore is
people,
allowed.
more Trump supporters,
A lot. It's a lot of land, lol.
a lot.
We don't even fully know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think we knew. Okay.
Change name place that Trump did. At Randy Castillo, thanks. Now it's time to make amends and tell others.
Okay, so we're gonna do reparations.
Mount Rushmore belongs to the Lakota. Dan, what's up? Will you be at the next community movie night? We missed you in the last one, sad face.
I hopefully will.
Make it the Gulf of Biden. I kinda want the Turtle Island thing now, TBH. The Supreme Court even agreed. Change the name of landfills to Trump dumps. At Randy Castillo, I sure hope they wake up. Higher funding for schools and teachers. Make the word Trump illegal. Is Dan having a genuine political hiatus? At Kev At Zen Meteor Genuine. Land back is about giving them equal rep in government on treaty lands. My favorite thing on Sundays. A fat bath and streaming Dan. Change name back of places that Trump change. Literally the entire state of Oklahoma is stolen treaty land. Can the final meme policy be that these are the real policies too? If you write off a piece of media for a tax break, it is now public property. The scrolling gifts is a great idea. At Kylie, I support this. At something cool, sure, you can be the sleepy chicken.
What do we think on this so far?
Donald Duck, the anime character, would never do this to us. Cap the amount of homes a corporation or person can own. Make DC a state.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
Looking good, Dan.
I'm gonna have to do more research on the land back policy.
The sad birthday balloon in the back.
Birthday balloon.
Are you really running for office?
Probably not.
Can we make Puerto Rico a state too?
Yeah, I'll throw it in
Are
there.
we doing real policies?
Real and
Don't
fake.
vote up on the
If you
Epstein
got a
files.
funny policy, add it here. Because we got the meme policies on the
At
right
King B
side.
Joker or Mr. J, Joker grade 1. DCA state, heck, PR2 haha. Floating Marco even sadder. Dang, I would vote for you. Codify the cat distribution system. Abolish trusts as a political loophole. All mobile devices need to use a universal charger. Dan for Florida Senator.
All mobile devices need to use a universal charger. Oh, wait.
Golfing must be done at your own expense.
Residential.
At Neely Light Blue Heart, supposedly China has developed an all-in-one
Recreation.
that is also HDMI and USB.
Will not
At Stacy De Herrera, yeah.
buy
The Marco thing's so true though. He knows.
taxpayers.
EU already did the mobile device universal charger. Abolish golf courses with live grass.
Wait, actually, this
Explain that
isn't a
Apple will
meme.
never
Hold on.
use.
I'm sorry. That's not a meme.
I'd
That's
only
real.
vote for Dan if he did the Howard Dean scream.
Real. Need some meme ones.
Yes. At Neely Light Blue Heart Rip Apple. Are they still not using Universal C? Abolish golf courses TBH.
Apologies.
Dark Lord has to do a face reveal, meme. Introduce fire, fighting in just racism entity.
Can you guys still read this, or is it
but
too
my
small?
phone and iPad are different ages, so different chords. At Shui now they are from the iPhone 16. Zoning laws are leftover racism. DPS employees must all take uppers to improve wait times. Can read it now, yay.
Alright, what do we got, chat?
All firstborn sons must be named Dan Lol. We're getting rid of borders.
I don't know about that one.
Make DC and PRA state.
Yeah, we got that.
Step stools in all stores to reach top shelves. What did I miss? Are you actually running for POTUS? Lol.
No,
Can
we're
we
just
establish
memeing.
a social and physical betterment organization almost like Doge? Remove lead from all products.
Was that not already the case?
Is ranked choice voting in there?
Yeah, ranked choice voting is in here. But we
It's
got a
just land,
lot.
though. Who needs imaginary borders?
Okay, I want it to be clear. We were doing this kind of as a joke yesterday. It's already a more comprehensive policy than Donald Trump's policy in 2024. Like, and that's not an exaggeration. Anti-ice fire. Fighting injustice, racism.
Do we have a
entity.
National Cookie Day? We're making Project 2028. I am living for this.
Out of the left lane if you're going
Did
slow.
you add
That's
concepts
actually,
to the
believe it or
healthcare
not, that's a
plan?
law in most states.
Add melatonin this. Dan, do you know what the Schengen area is? Could that work in Northern America?
I vaguely know what it is, and I don't know. I don't want to do, so there's so many things that we can do that are just like guaranteed good. I don't want to start like
Dan, it was better than Trump's the second you
This
typed
is going to be
something
a
out.
difficult. We got a lot to do in 4 years.
Add melatonin nah, that's the current law. What's the punishment?
Oh, yeah.
MCU must be declared the best universe because DCU never releases movies. Area 51 is now a tourist destination.
Okay.
Civil cases to be resolved by rock, paper, scissors, thumb wars, or tickle fights. Reparations to penguins for unfair tariffs. Dan, please ban child marriage. JFK info release. If politicians want to sign off on war, they need to be on the front lines. We need some sort of test to be able to vote.
Okay, so in the real policies, we have federal ban on child marriage. In the meme policies, arrest any lawmaker that has
Mandatory
ever voted
deportation of
against
all
banning child
Republican
marriage.
legislators. Felons cannot run for presidency.
So the problem with that is that it risks people.
At Kebi Arzola, nah, the racist already did
It
that.
risks a corrupt
At Yo-Yo
person
Dave, crazy oversight.
like going after
At
their
it.
political
Apparently we need
opponents
it.
with frivolous lawsuits and stuff. Ironically, what like they
If you
claim
ever
Biden
lost a
did.
presidential election, you can't run again. All politicians make minimum wage and aren't allowed to collect income from anything else. Unfreeze Disney head. And they have to live public housing. Release GTA 6. At Caffeined. Amendment to overturn Citizens United.
We did something regarding Citizen United here. It's in there.
Politicians make the mode of their constituency's yearly income. Never release GTA 6 so
The
we can
mode?
keep making before GTA 6
Wait,
jokes.
I really like pegging a politician's salary to
Lil Marco is our mascot. At Kill 'em I agree.
hold on. I really like pegging a politician's salary to the income, but what do you mean mode? Mean, median, mode. I don't remember what mode was. Mean is the average. Mode is the value that comes up the most. What would be the benefit of doing that instead of like median? NASA funded by the federal government? Yeah, I think so. The politicians on Medicare, so when they cut it, they cut their own coverage too. Well, it's already Medicare for all. Everyone's gonna have Medicare, so that's done. Mode is what most individuals are making a year. Reinstate the fairness doctrine that allows the news media to be fined by the FCC. Yes, 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 yes. Good one. Cut military spending. We did cut military spending already. Yeah, I like median, AC, for that. Median can be skewed with very high earners. We allow aliens to take Trump. We did something about Citizen United. Raise the age to 21 for military enlistment. Mode works because most Americans are low earners because of corporate greed. So I have no problem with members of Congress making like an above average wage. That's not really an issue for me. I do think it's an issue when they don't fucking do anything, number one. But number two, I also like the idea of it being pegged to their constituents' pay. So like I don't think that they should be paid what like the poorest people in their community are paid. I think just like either the average or if mode makes the most sense, then that's fine. But like some baseline where like yeah, if you represent a richer district, then I guess you could be paid more. The representative on Billionaires Row in Upper East Side would be sitting way too pretty. Can we not leave history textbooks up to the states? Oh, we have something about history. World history is written by International Committee. Oh, comprehensive education reform. School funding cannot be based on neighborhood property values. Increased resources for children with disabilities. World history written by International Committee. Free breakfast and lunch. And then the following classes are mandatory: civics, personal finance, debt and taxes, informed consent, social justice, life skills, and media literacy. I get to some valuation of how well they run the district they represent. Ooh, that would be interesting. Peg it to their approval rating? Wait a second. We ended gerrymandering. Wait, can we peg it to their approval rating? Why is it large investments into black neighborhoods? That's for reparations. Over here. Paid paternal leave. I'm on the fence about paid paternal leave. Not because I don't think. I just don't know. I don't think it should be the same as paid maternal leave. Like whatever amount of time maternal leave is for, I don't think paternal leave should be the same. And the reason I say that is because there is going to be some kind of balance here where Dan, no. They should be allowed time, but agreed. But the main thing is mom needs to heal. I need help. It's okay. There is going to be a balance, right? Where a lot of this stuff is good, but we actually can't do like free ice cream for everyone type policies, because this is the case where dads need to be there for mom. Yes, I don't disagree, but not for the entire time. I think what I'm saying more is we should increase the amount of time that women and losing voters. We should increase the amount of time that the mothers have, but that doesn't mean that it's the same amount of time for fathers. UK does. Mandatory vacations is 1 per year. That I agree with. Mom shouldn't be by herself. I would need to run this by my advisors. This is not something that I am certain on. Ask Mac how much fathers should get. There are 2 father households, bro. Oh, okay. That's true. That's true. Dad gets 6 months in most of Europe. If a politician uses religion-based argument to support a policy, immediately removed from office. Not a bad one. But we'd have to change the constitution, I think. Okay, I got it. Yeah, we were already taxing churches. It's here. I got it. Aid. Paid maternal and paternal leave. Details TBD. These are campaign policies. The ones on the left are. The ones on the right are the meme policies. Not making it equal keeps the burden on the woman. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question, and maybe this'll explain like where my head's at. If the options were, the mother gets 4 weeks paid leave, and the father gets 2 weeks paid leave, or they both get 3 weeks paid leave, which are you choosing? That's my question. The weeks are an example. It's just it could be any number. You can make it 4 years, but whatever it is. Sure, yeah, whatever the number is. I don't mean to lower it, or 1 year minimum for both parents. 1 year paid leave for both parents? Wait. I don't know how that would be possible. Sweden has 1 year paid leave? Okay, hold on. I would be having kids back to back, JK. It's not that extreme, is it? A year to me does sound extreme, but I'm also
It's
not a
not
parent.
extreme. Okay, so Dan, the first off, you should never word caregiver leave based on maternal. Rylan, if you don't go turn down that TV, you are supposed to be asleep. I'm sorry. Um, but so the thing with parental leave is it should never be language. It should never use maternal and paternal language. You should always use primary and secondary
Okay.
caregiver. Just because we don't want caregiver status to always immediately fall on the mother. Secondly, there are European countries that give equal leave. In some countries, it's actually up to 2 years of paid leave for both parents. What we do see, and what I think is the most important, is that we see lower rates of postpartum depression and postpartum unaliving in mothers that have secondary or in parents that have secondary caregiver support. So, one of the hardest things with postpartum depression is the pure isolation of being home alone and sleep deprived with a screaming child that you have to take care of. And by giving equal time to both parents, we actually improve health outcomes for the vast majority of those children and those parents.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean,
I
it's of course going to be an improvement over the zero that we give them now. We give them no
also
paid leave.
the
So
other trade-off with this is if we are giving parents that first year off, we then do not have to subsidize child care for the first year, so we save money there as a country because when infant care is by far the most expensive childcare. I think I was paying probably triple what I am now when my kids were infants than what I pay for 5 and 6 year olds. So infant care is the most expensive and time consuming child care to offer. That's where so under the age of 1, they have to have the highest ratio of staffing for infant classrooms, and it is the most expensive care to provide. So if we're going to subsidize childcare, similar to the way that like the UK does, the subsidies typically start after both parents go back to work or after the child turns 1, and it actually saves a lot of money. And then 2, just because up to a year is offered doesn't mean that it's always taken. So I know plenty of parents when I lived in the UK that did not take the full year. I think on average, most women in the UK take 8 months off after they have their babies. So just because it's there doesn't mean that everyone takes the full year. But also, our population numbers are.
what countries do a year? I'm sorry. Just
So the UK offers a year. I believe Finland, Sweden, Iceland. There are a couple other European. It's a lot of the Nordic countries offer at least a year.
okay. So Sweden pays 80% income on the first
Yeah.
3. Yeah. So that's a little bit different. Like so what with the my thought process here is that there are some things that it's just so it's like I don't want to use the word common sense, but it's like it's obvious we should be doing this. Um but when we start to get to like okay, yeah, both parents should get a full year of paid leave. To me that now my actual like we're not someone's not going to be able to afford that, whether it's the company, whether the burden's on the company or whether the burden's on the government. That's starting to get out of hand, right? But if there are metrics like this where it's 80% income or whatever, then it gets a little bit different. That's why I said this is
So
something I would need my advisors to look at. Like it's
So the way that it's set up in the UK is you get full pay for the first, I think, 8 or 9 months, and then it goes down to 90 for the rest of the year. And then I believe after, I think you can take a couple more months after that initial year, and I think it goes down to 80% after that. So I think most parents are on board with getting paid for any level of parental leave at this point.
Well, yeah. See, that's why
And
I wouldn't want my policy to be like super radical. Or to me, it sounds radical. And even
I
here,
just
I'm looking right
think
now.
I just think that if we're going to do language around paid parental leave, that you need to use the words primary and
Oh,
secondary
I
caregiver,
already changed it.
and,
That I agree
and
with.
that
100%. I agree with
and
that.
that whatever amount of time or amount of money you use, that the caregiver should get something close to an equal amount of time. The military actually already does this. So in the military, there's already primary and secondary caregiver leave. We already do this in the military. It's not a full year. When I had primary caregiver leave in the military, I got 3 months off. Again, it's not perfect, but it's way better than the current system.
Yeah.
So the military already does this.
Wait, one thing I wanted to put in there too is there should be a separate leave then so that women can heal from giving birth, which is separate from parent or caregiver leave. Because
Yes,
I'd
the
say it should
military
be
already
equal,
does
except that like we're literally physically healing too.
Well,
So
see
the
that's
way
why
that-
that's why at the start I said that the mother is usually going to need more time. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense that they would have equal time. I'm not saying don't give
So
and yes, the primary caregiver versus secondary.
It's just the way that it gets
in the military. In the military, you get put on. I think it's 6 weeks now of medical leave from the day that you leave the hospital, and then after your medical leave is over, you get put on primary or secondary caregiver leave, whichever one you choose.
So that's like in California, you get 4 weeks, I think, of disability, and then there's the CFRA, which is the California Family Rights Act, I think is what it is, and so then that's a secondary leave that's for bonding time, basically, with baby afterwards. So after you're physically healed.
But it is. I cannot state enough how much secondary caregiver leave increases health outcomes for both children and for the birthing parent. Because one of the most isolating experiences in your life is being alone postpartum and sleep deprived. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine. And yeah, I 100% agree with the primary and secondary caregiver verbiage being used, and I do agree with that being paid. It's just, I guess, a matter of how long. And also, I like the idea. A couple of people had the idea in chat where there's a set amount of weeks, but it's between the primary and secondary caregiver to split them up as they see fit.
I feel like couple dynamic can really screw with that.
Yeah.
And also like
The
societal
military
things of like the
tried
woman
that.
thinks she's supposed to be the one staying home. Like
The
'cause they're-
military tried that, allowing the parents to divide up the time and choose who gets to be primary and secondary caregiver, so who gets the longest leave. And I can tell you that it was an absolute fight between my spouse and I. And then I gave my spouse primary caregiver leave, and he spent our caregiver leave playing video games, and that absolutely pissed me off. So I'm just saying, that
Well, I mean, men suck. Like that's
he literally did not own a gaming system until I gave birth to the kids, and then bought one. And
Dude, were you married to my husband? Jeez.
But yeah, so I'm just saying, I'm still married to him, unfortunately.
Hey, me too. It sucks.
We're in this deployment situation right now where it's like, I love you and I want a divorce, but I don't want you to unalive, and I need you to come home. So we're just, but yeah, so we are, but yeah, I think that supportive caregiver, secondary caregiver leave is super, super important. I am going to go wrangle my child 1 second.
okay.
I don't know that I had anything else to add either. I just wanted to point out the medical leave versus caregiving leave that has to be in there. Wow, it's almost like these policies are hard to come up with.
Whoever, as our president said, whoever thought healthcare was so complicated. Childcare is childcare. Also,
And yet we
two
still
direct
have
quotes back to
more.
back.
And yet we still have more than a concept already. Jesus. All right, will you drop me? I gotta go make dinner.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks.
You should also probably drop me because this thing is fighting bedtime, and I don't want him
This thing.
giggling in the. I don't want him giggling in the back of your live the entire
Okay.
time.
All right.
Yeah, but as someone who works in the birth world professionally, this is something. Oh, the other thing you should add to your list is the ASRM guidelines for American Society for Reproductive Medicine. The guidelines about donating your gametes. Those should be law and not suggestions. Because right now they're suggestions, and we have doctors and banks doing terrible things. Our Father is a really great example of that. But you can drop me, but that's something else for you to look at.
Okay. Thank you, Falcon.
Bye.
Bye.
Get in bed.
All right. Where do we leave off here? Evidence-based ASRM is premature ovarian insemination, gamete and embryo donation guidance. Okay, that is way too much for me to process right now. That was the best display of parenting. Are these your policies? Yeah, the ones on the left are my policies. Ones on the right are my meme policies. Play some music. I'd vote for you. Thank you. Red Bull fountains in every public building. We gotta do something about pardon power. Oh, how is it now, chat? Any better? Pokemon battle rolls are mandatory. Teach grade 1. Oh. Okay. Outlaw for-profit adoptions. I didn't even know there were for-profit adoptions. Hold on.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you, ShamWow. For adoption? For-profit adoption typically refers to adoption services provided by agencies or intermediaries that operate as a business and generate revenue. While some for-profit adoption agencies are reputable and provide valuable services, it's crucial to be aware of the potential risks and ethical considerations. Yeah, I'm good on that. We already banned for-profit prisons. When did we ban for-profit prisons? Oh, I'm saying on... No, we didn't, but our policy did yesterday. Like, the United States didn't, of course, but... Okay. What else? I like that one. Radical Jezebel was saying you're a Bible expert. Who's Radical Jezebel? Sounds like they're mixing me up with someone else. I'm not a Bible expert. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Neely, that's so good. Okay, so Medicare for all. Medicare covers all health, mental health, teeth, gender-affirming care, abortions, etc. No statute of limitations on rape. Outlaw gerrymandering. Increased funding for SA and DV programs. Rape kit task force. Expand federal database. Send article on Discord. I gave it to I gave the link to the mods. Mods, you can put it in the live chat if you want. Don't forget it. Dental and eyes. It's in there. Wait, are you guys not seeing my screen? Eyes, teeth. Okay. Police abuse settlements come from pension funds, not taxpayers. End police qualified immunity. No ballot access without passing civics test. Members of the legislative and executive branches cannot trade individual stock or crypto. Popular vote majority determines outside of federal election. Popular vote majority determines outcome. Ah, typo. Okay, all federal elections will implement ranked choice voting. Lying in Congress is subject to perjury charges. Steep progressive tax rates that focus on those making over $250,000 a year. Closing tax loopholes like buy, borrow, die. Move the cap on Social Security tax. Comprehensive education reform. School funding cannot be based on neighborhood property values. Increase resources for children with disabilities. World history written by international committee. Free breakfast and lunch. The following classes are mandatory: civics, personal finance, debt and taxes, informed consent, social justice, life skills, media literacy. Term limits for Congress: 2 terms for Senate and 4 terms for the House. Outlaw LED headlights. That was going to be a meme one, but you know what? Fuck LED headlights. Election Day is a national holiday. Columbus Day officially renamed to Indigenous Peoples Day. Churches are taxed just like businesses. Background music is insane for this. Okay, hold on. I got something. Okay. Where are we? Release Epstein files. All cabinet nominees must pass background checks and must be confirmed by the Senate. Forced retirement at 65 for politicians. Collecting advertising information with the intent to sell it is illegal. Country verification on social media. Companies must offer work from home options for work from home capable jobs. All abortion procedures are legal and at the discretion of the woman/uterus haver and their doctor/healthcare provider. The Brett Cross Suite. Assault weapons bans, safe storage laws, universal background checks, red flag laws. Super PACs are banned. Elections can only be funded by private citizens or transparent PACs. Reinstate all previous green energy measures as well as implement new science-backed measures. Ban private prisons. ICE has no jurisdiction beyond the border. Nationwide addiction treatment facilities. All DACA recipients are citizens. Wealth is capped at 2 rich lifetime units, RLU, per individual. All wealth beyond that is taxed at 100%. High-speed internet for all. Break up pseudo-monopolies. On utility. Federal minimum wage is set to the living wage in any regional market. Tipping is banned. Fireworks can only be used by professionals on certain holidays. Military budget is capped at 2.5x the next highest military budget. Driving tests must be renewed every 10 years at age 65, every 5 years after age 75, and every year after age 85. Every president appoints 2 Supreme Court justices, and the longest-serving justices retire unless there is a death. Free state college for any family making under $400,000 a year. No fireworks. You can still go to fireworks shows, but you can't do them yourself. I'm sorry. It's just, we've had enough. We've had enough. Cease all funding to... massive increases in any budget that produces a positive ROI. NASA, CFPB, IRS, etc. Boo this man. But I like lighting stuff on fire. You can still light stuff on fire. They just don't have to be explosives. Cease all funding to Israel, Saudi Arabia, and any other country that violates human rights. IDF labeled AT group. All government contracts will be reviewed by security experts and civil rights advocates. Voter registration is automatic. Pet medical expenses are tax deductible. Any non-citizen in the country that has lived here for longer than 6 months and has committed no violent crimes gets fast-tracked citizenship. Reparations. Large investments in black communities and 40 acres or fair cash value for direct descendants of American slaves. DC and Puerto Rico statehood. Presidential recreation will not be covered by taxpayers. Federal ban on child marriage. Reinstate fairness doctrine. Paid caregiver leave. All pardons must be confirmed by ethics committee. Ban for-profit adoption agencies. All right, chat. What are we missing? I'll go through the meme ones too. Illegal to watch phone at full volume in public. Able-bodied people that don't put their carts back get 1 warning before exile. Every service worker gets 1 legal punch in the face per month. Gets to throw 1 legal punch in the face per month. Presidential debates must also include categories like beauty pageants. Past president's dunk tank day for charities that support countries bombed by said presidents. Left lane camping equals death penalty. Wait, left lane camping in like what game? Also, do those legal punches roll over if workers don't use it that month? I'd say yeah. Oh, left lane camping on the highway. That's already illegal in most states, actually. It's just not like enforced that much. Any 3-time Trump voters get branded like in Inglourious Bastards. Brock Turner, Casey Anthony, and all other miscarriages of justice must be retried in a TikTok comment section. Okay, I can't listen to this for an hour. All right, YouTube and Twitch. I'm turning off my desktop audio so that I can listen to some non-copyrighted music, or some copyrighted music rather. Is comprehensive firearm reform? Yes, we have the Brett Cross suite in the. Where is it? Right here. Can we legally throw 1 egg at a MAGA person per week? Okay, back to the meme ones. Any anti-abortion advocates will be arrested unless they have active adoption applications. Nancy Mace can only use the men's bathroom. That was a good one. Anyone that ever said or posted "fuck Joe Biden" has to fuck Joe Biden. People have to text before they call unless noted otherwise. Republicans can only watch media from MAGA artists, quote unquote. If your least favorite character in Breaking Bad is Skyler, you follow Fresh and Fit, or you think Jordan Peterson is wise, you need to attend a re-education course about women. All official JD Vance portraits have to be the meme versions. Riley Gaines has to get a tattoo that says 5th place on her forehead. Whose favorite character? No, least favorite character. Wait, did I say favorite character? Hold on. Yeah, least favorite character. Because usually you can tell a lot about somebody if they really hate Skylar. Like, it really gives misogynist. You can hate Marie and not be a misogynist, but if you hate Skylar as a character, I think you're probably a misogynist. Okay, where were we? Oh, I was in the middle of something. Riley Gaines. Must be addressed by her full name. Riley, 5th place. Gaines. Okay. Fox News must be news about foxes. Promotional emails limited to 1 per week. Anyone that argues to keep Columbus Day but travel... Oh, must. Anyone that argues to keep Columbus Day must travel the ocean blue in the Santa Maria. All clothing tags must be printed on. All public trains must have a disco car. Any job that can be worked from home must be worked from home. Uber, DoorDash, et al. Must lower fees or terminate operations. What does Fox News say? It has to be news about foxes. Gravity on 50% of normal on Mondays. Everyone gets a government-appointed cat. Wait, no. What was that? What was government-appointed cat? What did that even mean? Re-education camps for MAGA. RFK must change his last name to Hines. All current ICE agents must watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action movie on repeat until they are broken. Mandatory Monday cheat day nationwide. Not everyone is deserving of a cat. Yeah. I don't think it. I don't think that's what this meant. I just don't remember what it meant. Steep tariffs on podcast equipment for straight males. Abortion punch card, 4th one free. Donald Trump must serve out his draft. Elon Musk must donate all assets and start again from nothing. like he did the first time, remember? Like a cat manager. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Real policy, mandatory community oversight, and regulatory boards for police officers. Do we not have? Oh, yeah. I just remembered. IA is them investigating themselves. Okay. Let me go back to the meme ones real quick. Ban HOA. Ooh, that's tempting. Sliced mayo is banned. Anyone that is frequently not trusted by dogs is added to a watch list. This gets banned. This right here. Okay. There is no reason to leave a full car length space in between yourself and the car in front of you at a red light. You are both completely stationary. You can pull up so that this purple car can get into the left turn lane and not miss the left turn only light. Jesus. Sarah Huckabee Sanders must read the entirety of a TikTok comment section on one of her videos weekly. One-ply toilet paper in public restrooms is banned. The name Trump can no longer be used to sell products. Marco Rubio must apologize. He knows what he did. What if I get rear-ended and pushed into the car in front of me? Okay. Even if that were the case, if you're at a stoplight, then the speed that you'd have to be rear-ended at for just like a half a car's length or a quarter car's length to not be enough would be astronaut. Like, how fast would they be going in a lane with a red light? Like, you should stop when you see their wheels. Texas ignore speed limits. Return Mitch McConnell to Tortoise Sanctuary. Good. The military should not be allowed to try their own SA cases. Is that what happens now? Oh my god. Wait, what? Okay, so yeah, definitely fixing that. Anyone wearing MAGA merch is open to legal eggings. Make the McRib a permanent menu item. Yeah, yo, Sid, wait, Sid. We had the same idea. I need a third one. McRib, nacho fries. Oh, and caramel apple empanada are now permanent. Okay. All right, the memes are catching up. Make mandatory all MAGA must register. Caffeine IV stations. Lefty reparations is such a right-handed world. It's not even funny. Is there another word besides reparations? I feel weird using that. Anyone who unironically tabs is fine. Emotional damages for left-handed individuals. MAGA must wear we have something like that actually. Late for dinner, we have something like that. For egging, I put legging. I think it got auto-corrected. Licenses required. Yo, it's so funny how many times the podcast equipment comes up. We have steep tariffs on podcast equipment if it's purchased by straight males. Legal leggings. Dogs must be leashed, and dogs must wear seatbelts. Are there not already leash laws? Excuse me. Are there not already leash laws? People ignore them. Not everywhere. Ted Cruz is sentenced to Texas arrest for the rest of his days. Screenings are done to be able to buy a pit bull. All right. I got a question for chat. Thoughts? Like this would solve so many problems in dogs. Outlaw planned obsolescence. Oh, yes. I just got to spell it, but yes. I knew I wouldn't get it. Hard disagree on pure breeding? Captain and Morgan. Well, what is it? So what's the purpose of pure breeding? Because from what I've seen, it leads to certain breeds having respiratory issues that could easily be avoided. It leads to certain certain breeds having like neurological defects. 1 million animals are euthanized yearly for overcrowding. We don't need any more animals. Pure breeds are purpose bred, i.e., some breeds are way more suited to be service dogs. I mean, we could exclude service dogs, but I feel like most pure breeding is not done for that. Wait, Emmy, why is it a necessary evil? Falcon, I don't know how I feel about banning private schools. Okay, okay. This is what I'll do. Wait, let me see if Emmy replied. What? Why is planned obsolescence a necessary evil? I'm curious. Thank you, Kai Angela. Could you imagine if Apple still supported the iPhone 4? Yeah, we did do paid leave, K-Law. Ban product design that actively impedes end user or third party repairs. Didn't am I crazy or did Joe Biden try to do that? Hold on. It was the right to fix. Right to fix movement. Right to repair, that's what it was. Right to repair. This was introduced in the House back in February. Why is no one voting on this? Okay. Ban product designs that actively impede end user or third party repairs. There's a limit on how much a company can continue to spend on developing for platforms that aren't prevalent in their market share. Hmm. That's just obsolescence, though, not planned obsolescence. Force hotels to show full prices of rooms on their websites. I'm pretty sure they already do. That was something that happened recently. The hidden fees thing. Annual Dan Malek lookalike contest must take. Just last year, they hit me with a bunch of hidden fees. Did they? They don't include state. Okay. All right. This is a big one. Ban all hidden fees. Please somehow put a cap on concert ticket prices. We could do it in the meme section. Concert tickets are capped at whatever you can afford. Do we have a? I mean, they would be encapsulated somewhere in here. All displayed prices must be final prices. Wait, are we not liking the playlist? Limit how high someone can jack up their pickup truck. Yeah, I actually. Okay, I have one for the meme section. You are not. All pick up. All pickup truck owners must prove they have used the all pickup truck owners must prove they have used their truck for truck stuff at least once a month. Otherwise, just get a penis enlargement surgery already. They're punished to a KSL. Truck owner, I agree. LED lights must have the brightness reduced. Oh, STLA. We just banned LED headlights. And that's in the real section. I'm so good on those. Excuse me, President, is that surgery covered? No, it would. We would only cover it if this law applied to any car owners. But you can just buy another car. You don't have to have a pickup truck. Should voting be made mandatory? We had voting. We had voter registration automatic. Oh wait, I have looks maxers are required to actually go outside and talk to real people. That's so funny. Wait, there was something. Someone said something. If undocumented immigrants pay taxes, they get a code from the IRS to vote within elections. Can you imagine what would happen to Republican heads? What do you think about the TikTok version coming out? I haven't looked into it at all. We're going to send this to all media outlets. Mandatory vasectomy until can prove emotional intelligence and hold a job for 5 years. The only reason I am against mandatory vasectomies is because they are not as reversible as people claim them to be. Like conceptually, right? If we're gonna be restricting women's bodies, then I'm totally down. But in our country, women have the right to make their own healthcare decisions. So like we don't have to do something as drastic as that. But yeah, when you look into it, vasectomies are like it. Like even if you were going to reverse it immediately, it's not 100% chance. And then everything And then like every year that you've had the vasectomy makes it lower and lower and lower. The odds of being able to reverse it. Chihuahua dogs must register as ankle. Okay. All right. In terms of important issues. Oh. Gyms are required to allow cancellation over the phone. Why are they trying to tell me that that's not properly grammared? Some form of male birth control. Joined on Get Low, perfect. Online, don't make me call them. If more than 6 months of child support is owed, a mandatory vasectomy till current. Mandatory vasectomies for any man that owes more than 6 months of child support. Can we regulate holistic healthcare wellness influencers? All algorithms will shadow ban holistic healthcare wellness influencers. More funding to sex education in schools. I think it would be somewhere in this section here. I think it would be in life skills, the additional the stuff that's not already covered in sex ed. Also, this is super important. The least Dan can do is get low. Switch the budget for the military and the Department of Education. We already capped the military's budget. Make illegal for TikTok to ban anyone. No, we're not doing that. Oh, okay. Wait, I had a good one. Okay. Andrew Jackson replaced on the $20 bill by Harriet Tubman. Yep, Falcon, you read my mind. Make Crocs illegal. People like Crocs. Build a statue for Haram. Your policy makes it mandatory, but it needs to be more in depth, especially about AFAB bodies. This one's to trigger the Republicans. We gotta put the emphasis on Hussein. All Trump related to Donnie's grandfather must change their last name to Trump. Make more than $1 billion a year. Donate extra profits to the community you reside in. We already took care of billionaires. Billionaires are gone under our policy. Your wealth is capped at 2 rich lifetime units, RLUs. Do we have AI regulations? No, we don't have any yet. Oh. No trips to space just for fun. Every time MAGA says Kamala's name wrong, brings up Obama's tan suit, or says Biden and dementia in the same sentence, they have to pay a fine. Please skip song. What? I love this song. AI providers must pay royalties to artists whose art was scraped from building them. There's so much going. I'll just gotta do comprehensive AI regulations. Do we have all utilities publicly owned because we need that shit? So we don't have them publicly owned, but we do have regulations about pseudo monopolies. You can maybe do that though. Okay, when you say utilities should be publicly owned, what do you think about, like, would you consider internet a utility? Where can I submit policy suggestions? Right here, Dan. Just scroll down. We covered a lot. So, team policy mandate every person get a bidet. Yeah, we already have high speed internet for all. So, didn't Trump nuke net neutrality? Yes, but believe it or not, it's back, actually. I can't remember if it was in the Biden administration or at some point they voted to bring it back. We did, Rissa. Can we allow ADHD test pain meds to be mailed too? I wasn't even sure that it was. Oh, is it because they're restricted substances? Yeah, I don't know about that. That one's tough. That's a slippery slope. There we go. Real policy raise minimum wage to $18. We have a minimum wage policy. DVB looked at like a pattern of behavior, not isolated incidents. Think like Rico. But I would just say all assault at that point, right? Because it could be DV, it could be SA, no? Or is DV like specifically something that is punished in a different way? Tax exemption for foster parents? I was sure they already did receive a tax exemption. Like let grocery store cashiers sit down. They can at Aldi. Aldi is also a great place where you can find great quality products for a low price. And Deviant is different. It needs to be assault and battery. Okay, I'm just gonna put stricter DV punishments. Did you know the brothers that founded all these were Nazis? I did not know that. Replace every problematic statue with one of the dragon scriptures from Spyro. Dan, I'm gonna bring you up, but not for too long because I actually did want to wrap up the live soon. Um, hey, what's up? Um, consider pattern of behavior in DV cases. That's good. Meme policy: the Republican Party has to dance when they are filibuster. Wait, didn't we get rid of the filibuster? Maybe we didn't. No, we didn't get rid of the filibuster. Okay. Okay. Uh, really quick, while Dan's reading that, if you're here for the first time, thank you so much for joining. We're live Thursdays to Sundays, and we usually do political debates, discussions, and fact checks. But I've been doing this since August, and I'm tired. Taking a little break, but still make sure to follow for two reasons. One, because I will be back in 237 hours, and two, because we might be doing fun stuff like this. So drop a follow, tap the screen. Thank you all so much. If you'd like to support the live, you can for 1 penny a day, you can keep us on the FYP with the daily heart me, that little orange heart next to my name. Dan and Dan, yeah, double Dan. We've had a lot of interesting moments like that. Yeah, yeah, I'm just taking a break. Oh, we did. Wait, this is a good one. Okay. Anyone that has ever said or posted "fuck Joe Biden" has to fuck Joe Biden. The Department of Dan's meme policy: Stone Cold Steve Austin becomes Secretary of Defense. What are his qualifications? I'm open to it. No, Biden is packing heat. Well, I mean, we know his son is. Did we place Dan in the cabinet? No, we didn't actually. We so like last week we were building the cabinet with other TikTok creators. That was a good time. Wait, why did Neely mute Kyangela? What did I miss? I'm missing something in chat. I don't know what's going on. It's all good. The red puppet. You said hear me out about Joe Biden. Hey, listen, young Joe Biden could get it. Wait, I've never seen him debate. Very, very. Oh, Lego prices must come down. This is insane. Why are Legos so expensive? Negative tariffs on Legos. Is that the best one? Oslo Gentle Parenting Magda is fantastic. I gotta start watching more. I thought of Legos earlier, but didn't think anyone would be on board. Neely, you know why I saw that? Because I looked over at you messaged me on Discord, and it says playing Lego The Lord of the Rings for 5 hours and 2 minutes, and that reminded me of how expensive Legos are. Also, Nintendo must have more sales on their games. Oh, sales like discounts. I thought you meant like Nintendo. You better start selling more. How are we gonna legislate that? Oh god, that's method. That's funny. Trump loves his undercation. Wait, did we ever do the 4-day work week? Or no, that's real. 4-day work week. Listen. It's just for us humans who think slurs in lives results in an instant shock. Phone electrocution. Definitely misspelled this. I'm sorry, chat. So okay, this is how I see 4-day work week. Aside from no one wants to work, but everyone to be a fully functional human, you need 3 days off. You need 1 day to just recharge after working, after experience having capitalism have its way with you, right? You need 1 day to recharge. Then you need 1 day to get stuff done that you need to get done. You go to the bank. You need to maybe get an oil change. You need to do chores. What's it called? Dishwasher, wash the sheets, all that stuff. And if you have kids, that adds more to that, right? And then you need a third day, right? So 1 day to recharge, 1 day to get your chores / errands done, and then a third day to actually enjoy your life, to like do something fun, go to the beach or have a picnic or or I don't know, something like that. I think you just can't do it in a 2-day weekend. So obviously it would involve a lot of restructuring in regards to how companies work, but yeah, I think 4 on 3 off. That's how I do my lives. JSJ, come back on your main. You're muted for the whole live until you come back on your main. Oh yes, that has to happen. Yeah, I think. All right. Any final thoughts, Dan? All right. If anyone wants to follow some debates, especially while I'm going to be taking this hiatus, this guy does debates, and his name is Dan. So pretty close. JSJ can only use their main. I mean, literally everything except Atlanta is, you know. All right, man. Have a good night. Close enough. Hello, Don Milk too. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to wrap up the live. I'm gonna go wash Mac's hair, and then go to bed early, maybe. Um, but I will see y'all probably. I'll still probably go live Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to do a rerun, or I don't know if maybe I'm gonna play some video games. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this document, I think the mods have this. Closing out the live goal. Oh, thank you. The mods have the document. Y'all feel free. I don't think there's any. I'm not leaking anything in the document, I don't think. So feel free to post that in the general if anyone wants to take a look at it. I don't think I gave anyone edit access though. But you need to unprivate the doc. I thought I did that, Neely. Oh, that link. Yeah. Should we should rate somebody, right? Raid. Oh my god, I just for YouTube and Twitch, I'm so sorry. I had the desktop audio off because we were playing copyrighted music, but then the other Dan came up and you heard 1/2 of the conversation. I'm so sorry. And the way I'm gonna show my sorry is that I'm gonna end your lives. Twitch, I love you. Bye, Twitch. YouTube, I love you. Bye, YouTube.